Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm sure some of my long-term subscribers probably recognize this tractor. This is my 1972 Homelite T12. This is the T12 I actually saved from a parts yard. Previously, I ended up getting word about another Homelite floating around. I've actually been asked a few times if I do still have this tractor. For those of you wondering, here it is right here. I actually do. This was actually the 5th Homelite T12 that was ever built. Believe it or not, they only made them 1 year. And I actually rescued this one from a parts yard. I'm sure you can see by the title, I actually have found another Homelite. It is a T10. I don't know what year it is, and I don't really think it's that far away from the first one made. I'll have to find out what year it is, and when I find out the year, I'll post it on here so you guys can see what year it is. I bought this tractor from the same parts yard as I got my 312 from, and my brother got his Sears from. It's been about a year since I've messed with this tractor. My plan is, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, so you've already bought a Homelite and it's been sitting in your shop now for a year. You haven't done nothing with it. Now all of a sudden you want to buy another one. The reason for that is I want to have some kind of diagram or a template that I can look at and go off of and figure out how mine works, what mine needs, is mine worth fixing, and you know, get to use it and see if I like it or not. My plan is, no, I'm not using this tractor as a parts tractor, for those of you wondering. More than likely I'm going to end up keeping the T10 just because of how cool that is to have another Homelite. These tractors aren't very common, believe it or not. But get the Homelite T10. I don't think the T10s are as common as the T12s. I might tear into it and look at it and see if everything on it is the same as what would go on a T12. If it is, I might end up swapping a few things from it over to this, depending on the condition. I have not seen the tractor yet. I'm going sight unseen. I am actually going to pick it up on Wednesday. So I guess we'll see how this goes. It's one of those sight unseen. I've seen pictures of it. It actually doesn't look too bad. I'd show you guys the pictures of it, but you're going to be seeing it here in a video. So I will bring you guys back on Wednesday, and we will take a look at it and we'll see what we can find, and maybe if it's going to be a parts tractor or not. Ready? Let's warp into Wednesday. So here's the tractor. I'm not quite sure what year it is. I want to say it's either a 72 or a 73. I think after 73, sometime in 74, they changed the design a little bit of the Homelite T10s. Again, I'm not sure. That's just what I found online. Whether it's correct or not, I have no idea. So this is the new channel project. It is a Homelite T12. As you can see, it's got the original headlights on it. I'm not sure about the tires. I don't think the tires are original. They might be original. It's got a deck. It's got the correct muffler on it. It's got all the paint. Somebody painted it. As you can see at some point, it's actually supposed to be a little bit more of a baby blue. You can see it poking through in some places. Here's more of the baby blue that it's supposed to be. As well as on my T12 is kind of faded a little bit. But as you can see, that's kind of the blue that it's supposed to be, not that gray looking blue. When I saw it the other day, it almost looked gray until I spotted that blue that was poking out. It looked a lot more blue in the pictures I saw. Haven't looked over the tractor yet. All I did yesterday was he started it up. I didn't drive it. He loaded it up into the truck, and then we went off. So that is where it's at right now. Like I said, I haven't done anything to the tractor. I've tried charging the battery, but that's just about it. That battery doesn't really seem like it wants to hold a charge, so it's going to have to be replaced probably. Fuel line has an issue. It needs a new fuel line, which really isn't a big deal. So yeah, I think let's take a look at it and let's just see what we can find on it and see how it looks. I do not think that is the correct gas tank. I actually bolted these onto the battery. It didn't have any in it when I got it. The battery terminals were just kind of floating around. I actually need a flashlight so I can look in that gas tank. Oh well, that's fine. Gotta check the air filter. Let me put you guys in the stand. So let's pop this air filter out. I'm thinking it is going to be a normal filter, not an oil bath. At least I would think it'd be a normal air filter, not an oil bath. That's what it looks like. It might be a oil bath. It might not be an oil bath. Oh yeah, it's a normal air filter. Filter don't look too bad. It's got a little bit of dirt on it, but it don't look terrible. I do know the tractor runs. I've heard it run. Shouldn't need to get into the carb too much. The story that I got, I didn't really get a story behind it. What I was told was the tractor, the guy I bought it from, I guess got it from somebody, and it just kind of sat, and he really didn't do anything with it except for move it just to get it out of his way, and that was pretty much it. I'll have to clean that later. That should be alright though. Now it's just a matter of finding the hole, which I believe is right there. Is it? Is that it? There it is. I did see it mow the other day, so I do know the mower deck is okay. I didn't really get to hear it all that well. There we go. Our oil dipstick is on the other side. Let's take a look at it and see how it looks. This is one thing we should have checked yesterday before we started the tractor up and drove it onto the truck, but I guess it never crossed my mind. And usually when I work on this stuff, I like to get it on camera and just kind of show it. Oh, it is full. Doesn't smell like gas. It's up to the full mark. It looks pretty good. I also get told by other people they're the ones that fix my stuff, not me. Which I don't understand why, because I'm obviously the one doing this. So now, motor turns, I already know that. That battery might be too dead in order to turn the engine over. I also noticed that this muffler right here hits on the grill. I don't know if y'all see that or not. It hits on the grill somewhere in there, so we're gonna have to do some tweaking. Oh, I see right where it hits. Yep. So it needs bent down a smidge. Yes, I know this is a wheel weight bolt, but it'll work. That should fix our issue. Nope, it didn't. Well, shit. Oh well, we tried. Actually, It still catches it, but it's fine. I think it's more or less the bottom catching now. Just grab my pair of pliers real fast and fix that. There we go. It still kind of hits, but it's fine. Haven't checked the gas yet. I guess that will be the next thing that we check. Check it, make sure the fuel tank looks good and clean. Hopefully it does. I think this is the correct tank, but I'm not too sure. Oh, that looks, what the hell's that? It looks like somebody put a sticker in there. Just floating around. No, that's part of the tank. Never mind. That don't look too bad. I was expecting to see some dirt. Cool. It looks good. I mean, I can't really complain about anything on here so far. Except for that. I don't get why that's loose. Throttle linkage moves. I see it moving. Cool. I thought this tractor was a hydro, and I said this tractor was a hydro. It is actually a gear drive. It is a 3-speed with reverse. Supposedly it is a high and low transmission, but I have no idea how to get into high range and low range. It's just, right now all I know is 3-speed, and I can't look it up on YouTube because I haven't really been able to find any videos at all on this Homelite except for 3. And not a single one of them really talked about anything. They were just driving it around. So I guess the next thing that I want to do is I want to grab my tire pump. Both of these front tires don't exactly look that great. I'm willing to bet they both leak. I don't know about the rears. The one rear looks like it's holding air. Looks like it's up. But both front tires are down. Do it this way so I can listen to them. I heard something. I don't think it's got a tube in it. It almost sounded like a tube. Went and started moving. I hear air. I'm hoping that that's from this. Leaks. Leaks from somewhere back here. Damn it. That one leaks. Let's check this one over here. I don't know, maybe they'll hold air long enough we can at least get to drive it around. Have to get tubes. This one doesn't look too pretty either. I don't hear nothing. That's the valve stem. Alright, well, maybe that's the problem we're having over here. Valve stem. No, it ain't the valve stem over here. Well, I hear a little bit coming from both sides. I have a feeling both rear or both front tires are going to go flat, probably overnight. That's fine. Let's get it moved up. And we got to put air in this rear tire. This shifter is kind of interesting. I'll show you guys it here in a minute. Oh, that definitely rolls a lot nicer. Rolls a lot nicer when it's got almost 4 full tires. Where's the cap? Is it inside? There it is, I see it. Why do they have it facing in? Oh, I see why. Very early enough room there for it. So this is basically the same thing as my T12, all except for it's not hydrostatic. And I think this has a 10 horse brakes, where that had a 12 horse brakes. But other than that, I can't really think of anything different between the two. For those of you wondering why I'm doing it with this, because I can listen to it without having air coming from the air compressor that I'm listening to when I'm trying to listen to these, as well as that way it doesn't cost money. It wears you out, but it don't cost your electric bill. That's hard. So the one front tire went down a little bit. I'm just going to put more. I'm not sure if it went down from the valve stem or if it just went down from... I put air in that tire on the other side, in the front. Rolls around a hell of a lot nicer than it did before. I need to go over it. I forgot. I need to look underneath there. I need to go over it and do some greasing and some oiling. Got to find out where the grease fittings are on this tractor. It's also got some kind of 3-point on the back. The top link on it moves instead of the arms. Why won't that come up? Is it latched? There it goes. So here's underneath, for those of you all wondering. I still need to figure out, I think we figured out yesterday this is some kind of parking brake. I need to come under here and oil a few things actually, because there's a lot that moves real stiff. And I'm going to start with the gear shifter. Where's the gear shifter go? It goes there. What does this slide on? Does it just have a little point up in here that it goes all the way up there? Well, maybe that'll help it. I don't think that'll help it out. So come back here and give that a little bit of oil. I see a safety that needs to be bypassed. So what we want to do, oh, that definitely helped. That helped it a lot. Now we gotta move that up. There we go. Yeah, because earlier he tried moving that, it wouldn't move. It wouldn't move very easily. I'd like to know where that's rubbing at. It's probably rubbing right there. Maybe that'll help it quit. Nope. So it is rubbing somewhere. I might just leave it alone. What's this? And then this. I don't need to oil anything for that because it seems to move fairly well. What's this here? Is this for the PTO? No, it can't be because that's up front. It's got 2 sets of belts. I wonder why it has 2 sets of belts. That's not some kind of variator. No, it could be. What does that do? Does that, you know, I think I just figured it out. This might be the high and low range. It might, that belt back here that I'm looking at right now, actually might be the belt for making it go into high. Like I said earlier, the high gear that I was saying this tractor has, I bet you that's high range. This belt over here is low range. So how do you get it over to high range? And it also looks like, as I'm looking at it, yeah, it's missing an idler pulley. Unless that's not the case and it's just supposed to have two belts, but why is this pulley over here smaller than this pulley right here? That's the only thing that's the only thing I can think of. That pulley's missing. And it would explain why this lever's here. That needs some oil. I need to oil that lever so that lever can work. There we go. I think we figured out though that's some kind of parking brake. I think we did. There we go. Oh, I see how it works. That's high and low. I just watched this idler pulley move over. So if that's what I think it is, that's what I thought. So when the idler pulley moves over, and that's how you go from high to low. I see. Huh, that's kind of cool. So yeah, now I'm in high gear. That's really neat. So I need to do some oiling. Yeah, I was wondering why that lever was there. I knew it had some kind of high and low. That's kind of stupid though if you have to get off of it and physically move the belt in order to get it to go, but I mean, oh well, there ain't nothing wrong with it. It'd be cool if they had it set up so that you could have that belt stay up, and then once you kick it into high, you got to get off in order to change it to high gear. But yeah, you pull on this lever up here, the one that's I thought was a parking brake, and it moves the idler pulley back here over. And when it kicks it over, this is a smaller gear, which makes this go faster. And when you have it in that smaller gear, it moves this over so the transmission spins faster. That's really cool. That's actually really neat. But yeah, I saw the two belts and I thought, what is this, some kind of variator? That's what I was thinking it was, you know, and this would move to close or open the gap, making the belt or the rear end spin faster. But then I noticed there was an idler over here missing. So I kind of wondered, okay, why is it like that? And then I noticed two pulleys back here, and then started playing with the lever because I thought it was a parking brake. And well, now we just found out it moves that idler over. That's really cool. So if I shift it back, can I shift it without, or do I have to have that pushed? Up here, that has to be pushed in order to move that. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. So now it's in high gear. This is low. I can tell you this is low because look at how big that pulley is. And look how small this pulley is. And up here, that is a smaller pulley than this. or this is a smaller pulley than that pulley over there. I didn't even notice that. Huh, that's really cool. Well, we figured something out. So yeah, and we haven't even drove it yet. So that's how you do the gearing. That's actually really cool. I thought it was some kind of parking brake, apparently not. So I think what I want to do now, this tire's still flat, is I want to see if we can get the tractor running. Well, we got to fix that fuel line first. And once we get it running, I guess we'll take it out and see how we'll just kind of play with it a little bit. Maybe we'll play with this high and low range and see what it does. So in that situation, it's a 6-speed. This would be, where's first? That's first, second, third, reverse. Or why won't they back all the way? Reverse. So, first gear is 4th, second gear is 5th, third gear is 6th. That's really cool. And then it's got 2 reverses. Okay, so I'm starting to wonder now, is there supposed to be some kind of thing here to hold this belt up? That way you don't have to physically get off of the tractor and change the belt. I almost wonder if, I feel like I'm missing. I felt like I was missing something before because that one idler was gone, but apparently I'm not missing anything. I've got everything I need. Leave me a comment down below if any of you mess with these Homelites and can give me some insight on that. I think I have it figured out though, for the most part, but maybe one of you guys might know this tractor a little better than I do. Again, I've only had it for a day. Not even a day. So, what's this over here? Is this for some kind of rear PTO? What is that? What is that? What is that, you guys? Is that for some kind of rear PTO? Because that's almost what it looks like. Oh well, that's still cool. So I guess let's go on ahead and fix that fuel line. And after we fix that fuel line, we'll put some gas in the tank. And we'll see if the thing will start up, and if it'll start up, if it'll run. More than likely I'm going to have to put that battery, help that battery out a little bit and jump it some. So let's see what happens. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace that line. I've got a clear line over there I can throw on it. I don't know if that filter's any good. I almost wonder if this is the original line to the tractor and if that's the original filter. Oh shit. Oops. I completely forgot about that. So, now, yeah, this line doesn't look all that pretty. I thought I had seen a tear in it yesterday, but I guess not. Oh, that's fine. Let me grab another line. If we take that that top line probably is going to need to be replaced too. Nah, we don't need those. Let's just throw this on here. There we go. I'm already getting gas. Look at that. Let's watch it and make sure it don't leak. I don't see any leaking, which is good. I also see that, oh, I thought that was a choke. Where would the choke be at on this actually? Is it down here? Or is it right there on, I found it, it's on the other side of that. I don't see anything leaking. Right there's your throttle. Let's see if we can get this thing to start, and if we can get this thing to start, if it'll drive. It's in neutral, right? Yep. I might need, well, let's just see if we can get it to turn over. Ready? Generator light came on. Headlights didn't come on. PTO came on. Ready? Nothing. dead. Yeah, I figured that battery wouldn't be able to do it. Hopefully this will be able to do it. It should start it. Let's see. I've started a few engines with this before, so it should start. It should spin it over just fine. This battery might not have the balls to do it. I'm hoping that the generator works, and if the generator works, it'll charge. And if it charges, well, that's good. Ready? Still nothing. That's interesting. Safety. What am I missing? I'm missing something and I know it. The indicator light don't work. Alright, so obviously I'm missing something, and I'm willing to bet it is that safety back here that I looked at, and I said, you know, I should bypass that. I'll bet you that's the problem right there. Is it? Yep, I bet you it is. Let me make a jumper real fast and I'll just bypass it real quick. Ready? Let's see if we can get it to run. Ooh, that started up easy. No fuel leaking still. My generator light is still on. It's not charging. That's not good. It sounds really good. It sounds good and healthy. Let's get it outside. And once we get it outside, we'll have to mess with it. Maybe let's see if it'll throttle up. My generator light just went off. I tried unchoking it. It only wanted to unchoked for whatever reason. That was my bad. Yeah, I didn't have enough juice. It needs some jump. Yeah, I wanted to unchoke it and see what would happen if it would stay running now, since it might, but it's not quite warmed up yet. And well, I guess it didn't quite like to run. Yeah, that was my fault. I might need to adjust that carburetor. It's just not getting enough fuel. You know, now that I think about it, there's not a lot of fuel in it to begin with. Let's see if it'll run. Where was the choke? God damn it. Son of a bitch. Stay right there. There it goes. Lesson learned. Let's get it outside. Let's see how to drive it first, actually. I'm gonna see if I can take it up and down the driveway. decided it would be best if I didn't keep driving around since I'm on 2 flat tires. Second gear at first didn't want to work. It seemed like it wanted to when I got back. When I went up and down the driveway, I was in 3rd gear. When I got back, as you guys saw, I went into reverse to try out reverse. Then after I went into reverse, I jumped into 2nd and decided it wanted to go. So that's kind of interesting. Definitely really cool. I really like it. Let's throw some air in those front tires and that rear tire, and we'll take it over and we'll try doing some mowing with it. See how it does. Well, I don't know where the camera cut off on me. Apparently the camera died. I went out there and mowed with it, and we need to figure out what's going on with that track, why it has to stay choked, because it's really lacking power and just not doing too great. I'm really wondering if it's because of my gas tank being where it is. It really should be up a lot higher than that, I feel like. I'm not sure how much higher up. But I do know that it should be up higher. Or maybe not. Trying to, well, I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe that's not the factory tank. That could be. But I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it and figure it out. But I'm starting to wonder if we're going to have to take that carb off of there and clean it. Unless it ran out of gas, which doesn't seem to be the case. That could be it too. It's just out of gas. I might put more gas in it and try it again, but I have to run it choked. I'm really wondering now if that's the case. I'm going to put gas in it and we'll try it again and see what happens. Well, it's still choked. We'll see if we can get it to run any better. I want to try to feather it and see if I can get it to where it's not I'm trying to get it to look like it's being choked or start blowing smoke. That way I can see that now it's getting too much fuel. If I let off the choke, maybe it'll help relieve that problem. That's what I'm trying to solve right now. Well, right now it's unchoked. Yeah, it's completely unchoked. It's running a little bit better. Let's try that and see what it does. Let me get it out of here. Take 2. I got a bad feeling there might have been a mouse nest under there. That's not good. Oh well, we should be alright. Well everybody, I want to thank all of you for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am keeping an eye on the smoke. I haven't seen any fires start yet or anything. I did look underneath the shrouds. I'm pretty sure that there might have been a little bit of grass under there. Maybe just from over the past however many years of this thing being used. My thought is it's just burning off all the old grease and grime. I've had them do that before, but not nearly that bad. I did want to look underneath of it though first. Unfortunately, you can't really take the shrouds off of here because you'd have to take the engine out in order to remove that front shroud, which is where all the mouse nest would be. I don't think it's a mouse nest. I'm pretty certain that it's just a maybe just some old grime. I did see it up here. It is starting to come off right there. I'm not too sure, but that's kind of what I'm hoping it is. I doubt this engine has really been running a while, and seeing a lot of the grime that I've seen on this engine, that's probably the case. Just want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Not very many Homelite videos out there. I thought that was kind of interesting, and I had to make my own. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. That's it. Take care. Bye. Okay, so I just figured something out, and I thought this was really cool. Remember how I told you guys about my Homelite T12 being the 5th Homelite T12 ever built in 1972? I ran the serial number on this tractor, and in the beginning of the serial number is 2021, which I thought was kind of cool. And then I looked over, it's 0010. So I looked at that and I thought, wait a minute, what is it on my Homelite? And I went over there and looked, and it was 20 something and then 0005. So I'm starting to wonder if this was the this is the 10th Homelite T10 ever built, which would actually be really cool. That would make this in 1972, since 1972 I believe was the first year that they started making these Homelites. So yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I figured I'd take it here at the end of the video. I'm not sure though. If somebody can tell me, please let me know, because like I said before, I'm kind of new to the Homelites.